Good morning, students. Our today's topic is rational numbers. You all know about the rational numbers. All numbers in the form p by q, where p and q both are integers, are called rational numbers. So, any number in the form p by q is called a rational number, where p and q both are integers and q cannot be equal to 0. You know, we can't divide any number by 0 because q is in the denominator, and we can't divide any number with 0. So, we can't put 0 at the denominator. Some examples are 1 by 2, 3 by 5. These two are rational numbers. Again, 3. You can also write 3 as a rational number, because we can put 1 in the denominator. So all the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers are also rational numbers, because we can write them in the form p by q. 3 by 1, 2 by 1, 1 by 1, minus 1 by 1, minus 2 by 1. So all these are rational numbers. Now our topic is properties of rational numbers. First property is closure property. Closure property says if we add two rational numbers, rational number plus rational number, answer should be rational. So if we add two rational numbers, answer should be rational. 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 is 3 by 3. By cancelling out 3 with 3, we get 1. We can write it 1 by 1. So it is a rational number. So we will say closure property satisfied in case of addition. Rational number satisfied closure property of addition. Now we will see for multiplication. Same, if we multiply two rational numbers, the answer should be rational. You can see with the help of an example. 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3 is 2 by 9. This is a rational number. Again, rational number in case of subtraction. So 1 by 3, we are taking same examples, two rational numbers we are taking, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3 is minus 1 by 3. It is again rational number. So closure property also satisfy in case of subtraction. Division. 1 by 3 divided by 2 by 3. We can write it 1 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 2. After cancelling out 3, we get 1 by 2, which is again a rational number. This shows that rational number satisfied closure property for addition, multiplication, subtraction and division. You have already studied in earlier classes about the integers, whole numbers, natural numbers. They all satisfy closure property, but only in case of addition and multiplication. They does not satisfy closure property for subtraction and division. Yes, our second property is commutative property, which says if we add two rational numbers like a by b plus c by d, the answer will be c by d plus a by b. Means we can add two rational numbers in any order. In first we are adding a by b with c by d, but in the second form we are adding c by d by a by b. So with the help of example it will be more clear to you. 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, it will give 3 by 3. But if we add 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3, it is again 3 by 3. It means both the answers are same. So commutative property satisfied in case of addition. Similarly, in case of multiplication, 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3. It is 2 by 9. If we multiply 2 by 3 with 1 by 3, it gives 2 by 9. So answer is same in both the cases. It means commutative property also satisfied in case of multiplication. Now in case of subtraction, we are taking same examples. 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3. You know, if we subtract 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3 means 2 by 3 from 1 by 3, we get minus 1 by 3. But if we subtract 1 by 3 from 2 by 3, we get 1 by 3. So both the answers are different. It means commutative property does not satisfy in case of subtraction. Again, in case of division, 1 by 3 divided by 2 by 3, we get 1 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 2, which is 1 by 2. But if we divide 2 by 3 by 1 by 3, we get 2 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 1, which is 2. So both the answers are different. It means commutative property satisfied in case of addition and multiplication, but does not satisfy in case of subtraction and division. Our next property is associative property. As in associative property, we take three rational numbers: a by b, c by d and e by f. If we add a by b to the sum of c by d and e by f, then it is equal to the sum of a by b and c by d to the sum of to the e by f. It means we can add two or more rational numbers in any order. 1 by 3 plus, we are taking an example, 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 3. These three rational numbers we are taking. After solving it, first of all we will solve the bracket. The answer is 6 by 3. Now 1 by 3 plus 6 by 3 is 7 by 3. In the right hand side, if we add 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, we get 3 by 3. And 3 by 3 is added to 4 by 3, we get 7 by 3. So both the answers are same. It means associative properties satisfied in case of addition. Now you can solve associative property for subtraction, multiplication and division by taking same examples or any example you want. Then you will see that associative property satisfied only in case of multiplication and addition, but it does not satisfy in case of subtraction and division. Now our fourth property is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Distributive property of multiplication over addition is, if we multiply a by b to the sum of c by d and e by f, we get a by b multiplied by c by d plus a by b multiplied by e by f. In this you can see that a by b, this rational number is distributing in these two rational numbers. A by b multiplied by c by d plus a by b multiplied by e by f. This is distributing. Similarly, we can solve this for subtraction also. A by b multiplied by c by d minus e by f. Here, because here is this minus, so in the right hand side it will be a by b multiplied by c by d minus a by b multiplied by e by f. You can see if there is positive sign, then in the right hand side it will be positive sign, but if there is a negative sign, then in the right hand side it will also a negative sign. So distributive property, this is the distributive property of multiplication over addition or over subtraction. We can see this with the help of an example. 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3 plus 4 by 3. Then 1 by 3 will distribute to both of them. 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 3. Same, 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3 minus 4 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 3. Now the fifth property is additive identity. Additive identity means we say a number is additive identity if we add that number to any number, the answer is the number itself. As if 0 is added to a by b, then answer is a by b. Similarly, if 0 is added to a by b, then answer is a by b. With the help of example, you can see 0 plus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3, and again 1 by 3 plus 0 is 1 by 3. So if we add 0 to any number, the answer will be that number again. So 0 is called the additive identity. Now come to the multiplicative identity. 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Like additive identity, if we add 0, we get the same number. Similarly, if we multiply by 1, we get the same number. 1 multiplied by a by b is equal to a by b, and a by b multiplied by 1 is again a by b. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Next is multiplicative inverse. Inverse means opposite. If we want to know the inverse of a by b, it will be 1 by a by b. Means multiplicative inverse will be the opposite of this, that is b by a. So multiplicative inverse of a by b is b by a, and multiplicative inverse of b by a is a by b. They are reciprocal to each other. Next is additive inverse. Additive inverse means opposite of rational number. Means if we add the two rational numbers, the answer should be additive identity. A by b, the additive inverse of a by b will be minus a by b. Same, the additive inverse of minus a by b will be a by b. So these are the reciprocals of each other, means opposite to each other. If we want to know the additive